Hey man, it's Thomas Prime, and today we're taking a look at the Transformers Legacy Evolution Prime Universe Dreadwing. I almost said Skyquake because, well, this and Skyquake have the same mold, and technically they're twins. Speaking of which, this is a repaint of the Prime Skyquake from Legacy Evolution. I don't own that figure, but I do have the next best thing. However, next best thing isn't really a compliment when it comes to this guy. Well, for starters, you probably can't see it, but hang on. You see that thing on a mushroom joint? I'm telling you, that thing sucks. It just straight up sucks. Like, you couldn't get this thing flush without having to modify or do a complicated transformation step. And let me tell you, that step is so complicated, you'd think it would... I don't like forcing things, so I just decided to modify it by shaving it down a little bit. But that modification doesn't do much for the robot mode now, does it? Well, looks-wise. For starters, oh boy. Yeah, the kibble isn't the best. Oh, hi. And it also has a cockpit flap. Also, why is this thing made out of clear plastic? That I don't know, but hey, at least it's durable. I mean, hey, but it just looks too big. Even Armada Megatron's was not that huge, and that's just a turret. Anyway, accessories, well, obviously you could see them on him. And let me just remove that. You do get the plasma cannon, which was originally a minigun, but they did manage to replace the minigun part with this piece, which, again, clear plastic. I don't know why. Ugh. And the sword is get a bitch to get out. But it does. It's kind of bad. It only plugs into one side of the hand, which I'll show you right. It only plugs into one side because of how it's molded. And it doesn't even look that good. Just because of, well, the clearness and this part being thick. Thick with two C's, might I tell you. Anyway, let's just talk about the posability. Head is very limited. Can look up. Okay, that's good for flying poses, I guess. Swivel, basically, but no side to side due to the shape of the ball joint. Oh, and if you didn't know, high clear plastic, that's definitely not going to break. Shoulders. Shoulder pads. You move out. I can't get out of the way, but let me tell you, these shoulder ratchets sounded so bad that I tried to remove them. So yeah, this side... Oh, Jesus. Listen to this side. Doesn't sound that good. He does have butterfly joints, but that's more for transformation. Bicep swivel, which doesn't really work because the butterfly joint likes to move. Double elbows, but they don't really get you really a 90 in any way. He does have wrist swivels, which is fine, I guess, but it is rather limited. He does have a waist, but he does have an ab crunch, but I don't want to talk about that. Hips. Oh, by the way, the ab crunch is uselessly loose, so I recommend not using that. Hips. On weird detended ratchets. Going forward and back. In and out. Thigh rotation. Double bend at a knee, but you have to put it in a specific way for it to work. As you can tell, it does get you that much. And you get a disgustingly limited angle pivot. It's just due to the sculpt. Why did they... I don't get it. Literally, Armada Megatron. boom, you get tons of range. But they just didn't buy. But now I don't hate this thing because it's not prime accurate. No. I hate this thing because, well, of the usage joints and the modifications that you have to do. Yes, I know there is a proper way to transform it, but I hate forcing things. I always feel like I'm gonna break it before I do it properly. Anyway, transformation. First thing you want to do, do that, and then rotate these around just to get them out of the way. While it's also flipping up the wing. As you can tell, yeah, this is where the entire nose cone section is. Oh wait, hang on, that's not actually the first step, because the first step is actually to collapse the elbow like that, flip out the panel, rotate, make sure the wrist is straightened out, and then flip the panel the rest of the way. Now you want to do the same thing for the other side. Next, what you want to do that. Then you want to make sure these stay out of the way. Rotate the waist around. Make sure those go like that. See what I'm talking about? This is a mess. This is just a straight up mess of engineering. You want to straighten out the nose cone. I mean, some people will like it, but like I don't get me wrong, I like Few, but this transformation is just a bunch of bullshit. Oh, you want to make sure the arms are like this and tie them in. Anyway, you keep going. Make sure the wings are like that. Rotate the waist back around. You don't want to collapse it. And this is why that, as you can tell why I didn't want to use the app crunch. See how floppy it is? Hang on. Come on. See how floppy this is? I'm not even using that much force. Anyway, make sure these go over like that. Come on, son of a bitch. And make sure that actually tabs into place. Make sure the wings are like that. Rotate the thigh so that this part is facing up. Rotate, fold this up and around, collapse the toes. I guess you could use that as a point of articulation, but I don't know. Make sure that waist is fully extended. Then you want to rotate the... No, wait, hang on. You want to make sure they're like this on the back. You see what I mean? You can never tell which step is which. Then you want to rotate the leg like that. Same thing for the other side. Collapse the arms. Jesus, that was scary. You want to bring the wings down and they should tab in. There we go. Collapse the shoulder pads in like that. And then finally, my favorite step. Fold out the landing gear. Thank God. We're there. Now we're there. In the jet mode. Now the jet mode actually looks cool. Unlike the roll mode. But the roll mode, it's fine, I guess. But the jet mode is where it shines the most. All the gold and oh boy, yeah. Due to transformation, this shit just scrapes off, and it eats itself somehow. Fun. I'll give it credit. It does have landing gear. And you could store the gun plasma cannon thing underneath, but yeah, it doesn't allow for that much clearance. As you could tell, it comes to a point where some leaders are just better than others. And this is one of those examples of where where some Leader class figures are, where Armada Megatron is better, basically. Seriously, just get this, just get that guy. He's better in every way aside from the shoulders, but that's it. I honestly think this guy is more worth it than this guy. Unfortunately. Yeah. You can leave a lot. Anyway, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Leave a comment. But for now, this is next week. Hopefully you enjoyed.